Show, starring Betty Hutton. As Goldie.
Boy, you tied those knots. She'll never get loose.
Did you have to tie them so tight?
Well, look at this one, Mr. Seaton. That's my first merit badge.
What'd you get that for?
Oh, mountain climbing. Goldie helped me with it.
Yeah, believe me, if we ever get caught on a mountain in a blizzard, I can lower myself with my shoelaces. Roy, you're cutting off my circulation.
Don't worry. I'll give you artificial respiration.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm already dizzy from mountain climbing.
Well, how about you, Nicky?
Oh, for artificial respiration, no thanks.
Okay. See you later.
Bye, baby.
You know, Goldie, you've done a wonderful job with that boy.
Well, I had pretty good material to work with.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I better be running along.
Oh, Nicky, aren't you going to tell Mr. Seaton about your election?
Oh, well.
What were you elected to?
Oh, it was nothing, really.
Nothing.
Class president.
Well, congratulations, Nicky. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Mr. Seaton. Well, if you mountain rangers will excuse me, I'll be running along.
Bye.
You know, it's ironic, Goldie, because when Mr. Strickland first suggested you as guardian, I laughed. I just couldn't believe it. But now, well...
I don't blame you. I mean, after all, I was just a manicurist. What did I know? Except maybe cutting cuticles and a little jujitsu.
Well, at least I'll know what to tell Aunt Louise when she calls to check on you.
You mean she's still grumbling about me being the guardian?
Don't take it personally, Goldie. Aunt Louise was born with a silver grumble in her mouth. By the way, how's Pat doing?
Oh, Pat's doing just fine. She's keeping real busy.
I'm glad to hear it because Aunt Louise is particularly concerned about Pat.
Oh, well, she doesn't have to worry about her. I mean, she's got her feet on the ground.
Good. What's she doing?
Doing? Oh, well, right now she's interested in South America. I mean, she's working on the good neighbor policy.
Ole!
Oh, Carlos, you Brazilians do the maddest mambo. That double backside sweep is just mad. How does it go again?
It's what? Two.
Where did you learn it?
From Dajarnas. Who else?
Oh.
Good neighbor policy, huh?
Carlos, it's getting late. You better go. Good night. See you tomorrow. But don't you see, honey? You have nothing to do with your life.
Nothing to do.
That's right.
Oh, Goldie, I'm as busy as a bee.
Oh, sure. You're busy as a bee. Busy as a social bee. Let's see what's on the book for tomorrow here. Lunch, 21, the hairdresser, cocktails, dinner at the Chambord, theater, and then more nightclubs. You know, one day you're going to come down to dinner, ask for a nice table on the dance floor.
Oh, Goldie.
Pat, don't you see? You got to find something useful to do with your life.
What do you mean?
Well, take up a hobby.
Well, I've already got a hobby.
What?
Carlos.
I do not mean that kind of a hobby. I mean something useful that makes you feel proud. Something that... Pat, did you do this?
Oh, sure. That's one of the first paintings I did in high school.
Gee, that's not bad.
It's not too bad. Miss Forbes always said I was good with still life.
There you are.
There I am where?
You just bought yourself a hobby. We'll turn this whole place into a studio for you. Now, first, we'll take the easel and we'll put it over here, okay?
That's no good.
No good? Oh, all right. Well, put the easel over here.
It has to be by the window, Goldie.
By the window, okay? By the window. There you go.
Who needs all that?
Don't need all that, okay? Now, these are back over here. Now, don't you worry, honey. I'm going down, get you some paint brushes, and let's see. Oh, a cute little outfit for you to paint in.
Goldie, I haven't even decided.
Don't worry. If you change your mind, I got a kitchen table needs repainting. Good.
Goldie!
Yes, dear? You want turpentine? Some more paint?
He's giggling again.
Roy, Stop giggling. She can't paint if you giggle.
Well, she can't paint even if I don't giggle.
Roy.
Well, anyway, I was just thinking. The Boy Scouts caught me with this wig on. They put me in the Girl Scouts.
I'm sorry, dear. Keep painting. Now, look, a Boy Scout should be courteous and kind. Now, go on.
Well, that's the people, not sisters.
Goldie!
Well, now look at him.
What?
He's fidgeting.
Oh, fidget.
I am not fidgeting. I'm scratching. This thing itches.
Roy, can't you stop moving?
You show me how I can scratch without moving. Anyway, I'm tired. Can't I rest for a few minutes?
Sure you can, honey. It is kind of tiring for him, Pat. You run on. Go ahead.
Now what am I going to paint?
Honey, not to worry. That's what I'm here for. Go ahead. Keep painting. Keep painting. Oh, where's Hollister? Honey, I'll be back in just a minute.
Now what am I going to paint?
Never mind. The background will do. I'll be right back.
Good afternoon, madam. I represent the Ajax Brush Company, and we're running a special this week on this very fine imported bristles.
Hair? Brush?
What are you doing here? They don't allow door-to-door sales in this building.
What am I doing here? What?
Nicky, Pat's in their painting.
Oh, I forgot about Mrs. Leonardo da Vinci.
What she's doing is very important to her.
But Goldie, does she have to do it in the middle of the living room?
It's the only room with the north light. What are you doing?
I was about to serve tea, madam.
One of your shoes is squeaking. Pat's painting.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Look, Nicky, can't you come in for just a minute and, act like you're interested?
Even though I'm not.
Oh, Nicky. Apartment. Why can't you paint here?
Because I can't. Well, the lighting is all wrong.
Well, change the lighting.
Oh, Goldie, you have to be an artist to understand.
Oh, understand what?
The colors. Well, the colors are simply all wrong.
Oh,
I have to have a certain atmosphere where I can feel free. And to do that, I have to live alone.
Oh, well, where are you thinking of getting an apartment?
The village.
The village? With those artist kooks?
Well, you lived there, Goldie. In fact, you've always talked about how stimulating it was down there.
Well, I know, but...
Goldie, I've already taken the apartment and I'm leaving.
Oh.
Haven't you always talked to us about being independent and standing on our own 2 feet?
Yes, but...
And another thing you always said.
What was that?
If you're going to do something, don't stall. Do it. Goodbye, Goldie.
Bye. Me and my big mouth.
You know I love you only, more than anything. And that's why I say, let's give up this nonsense and go back where folks is friendly and life is real. I said, let's give up this nonsense and go back where folks is friendly and life is real. Pat, you're not paying any attention to me.
I'm sorry, Freddie.
Listen, we made a deal. I pose for you, and you cue me on my lines. So far, all I've been doing is posing, and I ain't getting any rehearsing. Pat, my audition's only 2 days away.
All right, Freddie, I'll pay attention. But you know, it's not easy. This play is atrocious.
What difference does it make? It's got a good part in it for me, and that's all I cares about. Sure wish I could find a gal to audition this scene with me. Only trouble is with these northern gals, they just don't sound right to me in this part.
My goodness, there are plenty of girls up here from the south, aren't there?
Sure, but the trouble with all those southern gals is they make me sound northern. Darling, I love you so. Let's give up this nonsense and go back where folks is friendly and life is real.
I can't, Llewellyn. I can't go back. This is my home now.
Once you see the moon come up over the bayou, you'll never want to come back here.
It's all very well to talk of moonlight and magnolias, but what will we live on, Llewellyn?
Darling, I don't care. I love you enough, so I just don't care. We'll live on your money.
Look, I'm getting awfully tired.
Oh, forgive me, honey. I didn't realize it was getting so late. See you tomorrow?
Okay. Oh, and don't forget about my party tomorrow night. I want you to meet all my artist friends.
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Thank you. I'm so happy to meet you, Aunt Louise. Mr. Seaton told me you were coming. You couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, I understand you haven't been here in some time.
No, I haven't. Not since you moved in.
How was your trip from Boston?
Lovely. How are the boys?
Oh, they're wonderful. Roy's all involved with the Boy Scouts and Nicky's class president.
Good, good. And what about Pat? Don't bother. That's for the servants. Tell me, what's Pat doing?
Oh, Pat's busy as a bee.
So I understand.
Pardon?
What's all this nonsense about Pat taking an apartment on her own?
Oh, you know about that?
I do. You could have saved yourself a cup. And whose idea was it for Pat to move out of here?
Oh, hers. You see, she's taken a painting.
Yes, but why couldn't she have done it here?
Oh, well, the colors are all wrong.
Colors?
Well, you see, it's not the kind of colors you send out for. It's the colors you feel deep inside and all around you. And here, how about another cup?
The whole thing sounds ridiculous to me.
Well, Aunt Louise, you see, there comes a time in a girl's age when, well, she has to be on her own.
Really? Well, all I can tell you is what happened to Brenda Fairchild's daughter. She wanted a musical education, so she moved into an apartment of her own. Well, I hate to tell you what happened.
Well, that could never happen to Pat.
I haven't told you what happened.
I don't care. Pat's not that kind of a girl.
Well, where is this apartment of hers?
In the village?
In the village?
Well, it's not so bad. I mean, I used to live there with those
I know. Kooks. Well, what sort of an apartment is it?
Well, I don't know. I've never been there.
You've never been there?
Well, you see, when I was there, I couldn't go in because they were... I didn't want to interfere.
So this is your idea of carrying out your responsibilities as a guardian. Well, all I can say is I'll be watching this with a great deal of interest. But believe me, if you make one mistake, you'll be completely responsible.
But, Aunt Louise, don't you see? Pat's like a bird, ready to try her wings. I just want her to learn to fly.
Fly? You mean to say you wanted to learn to fly? Well, in that case, you've certainly picked the right spot. From all I hear, Greenwich Village is International Airport.
What's the matter, Goldie?
Huh? Oh, hi, Roy. What'd you say?
I said, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I mean, why should anything be the matter?
Well, I just saw Aunt Louise leaving, and she usually figures to be trouble. I was afraid she might have found out about Pat living in the village. And that southern boy of hers you told me about. And all he's after is her money. Boy, if she ever found out about that, you would be in trouble. What's the matter? You are in trouble. How much does she know?
Oh, I don't know, Roy. All she knows is Pat lives in the village. She's learning to fly. But if she ever finds out, she's going south to fly over the bayou and on Pat's money with Llewellyn, you know what she'll do.
Right, Goldie, you've got to do something.
What?
Wait a minute, I've got an idea.
What?
Well, you said Pat was having a party down there tonight, right?
Right.
And you were in show business, right?
Right.
So go down to the party and disguise yourself like one of them. Now, see this Llewellyn boy, or whoever he is, and talk to him and find out everything for yourself.
Roy,
You know what you always say, Goldie.
Here we go again.
You want something done, do it yourself.
Roy, I never said that. I wasn't a fortune cookie.
Well, maybe that's where you got your other saying of yours. When a bird is ready to try its wings, let it fly.
Hi. You kids can cheer up a storm. I'll go get some more pizza. Hi. Hi, Daddy-o. Damn, bunch of kooks. Like crazy hors d'oeuvres.
I mean, like, man, but Wolf is not in with Dylan Thomas.
But Kafka? Who cares about Kafka? Mrs. Kafka.
What do you do?
I'm a musician.
Wow, like, what do you blow?
Huh?
I mean, what instrument do you play?
Oh, the Venetian blinds. I run sticks up and down them.
Like, man, I dig.
I got a whole symphony being played under the water.
Wowee. Yeah. Hey, what do you got?
Huh?
Hey, what do you got?
Oh, yeah. 2 pair.
You win.
Cuckoo.
I got the part. But the actors laughed. Then they said I didn't feel it.
What part were you playing?
Part of an egg beater.
Oh. There. Now do you feel it?
Yeah. No, I'm getting all mixed up.
Notice the color, the contour, the sweeping line.
It's inward, but it's outward.
And it's upward and it's downward.
It's beautiful. What is it?
Why, it's,
Special today. Form-fitting foundations. Launderable.
What's he doing?
Man, he reads telephone books and newspapers. Lightweight. It makes the gassiest poetry. Long-lasting. $5.75. Mail orders filled promptly. In New Jersey, call Bigelow 3.
Yeah. Well,
But I wouldn't...
man, that's the best bongo playing I ever heard since the people beat their feet on the Mississippi mud.
Magnolia, darling. Here, hold that mother for me. Magnolia blossom and Canada yam and mint juleps and cornbread and Canada yam and black-eyed peas and mint juleps and cornbread and mint juleps, and that's what I like about the South. You are.
Yeah. Pardon me, honey child. I do hope you'll forgive me for intruding like this.
You all ain't intruding one least little bit. Won't y'all tune in?
Why, honey, you're just as sweet as a mess of pineapple sherbet smothered in molasses and pecan frolins. Whom have I the honor of addressing myself to?
My name is Golden Lou Mason Dixon.
Mason Dixon?
You have heard of the Mason-Dixon line. Of course, Big Daddy traveled with our line of merchandise. We never did that much in one place. I sure am glad I met you all. I mean, it's kind of lonely up here, you know, even though Big Daddy did leave me all those millions.
Well, we can fix that loneliness up right quick.
You mean to tell me that a big, handsome man like you ain't got no attachments at all?
That's right, honey. I'm just up here free as a bird, learning to fly.
That's all I wanted to know.
Here's the pizza, kids. Come get it.
Get out of it there and show me that.
Come on, let's get out of here.
What? Goldie, what are you doing here?
Never mind what I'm doing here. Pack up, we're getting out.
What's going on here?
Yes, what is going on? What do you mean I'm leaving?
Pat, this is going to hurt you, but you might as well know it now. This Llewellyn character's not in love with you, and he's not taking over the bayou on your money.
This is getting mighty confusing.
Llewellyn? Goldie, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I came to see you yesterday, and I heard the whole thing outside your door.
You mean you listened outside my door? So that's what you think of me, Goldie. Here, Goldie, read it. You see, he said he'd pose for me, and I agreed to help him rehearse his lines. Llewellyn is his name in the play. That's what you overheard.
Pat, I'm sorry.
Goldie, you didn't trust me.
But don't you see, I really did trust her. I mean, I love her very much. It's just that I'm their guardian, you see, and I didn't know they were rehearsing a play, and I thought he was really taking her away for her money, and I had to stop it. You do understand, don't you? Well, I'm sorry I ruined your party. Bye.
Goldie. Goldie, I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
You see, I just didn't understand.
You mean you forgive me, Pat?
Of course. You know something, Goldie? This is the first time in my whole life anybody ever really cared about what happened to me. Come on, kids, let's swing.
Peanut stood on a railroad track, thinking of its mother. Along came a choo-choo train. Woo-hoo!